Nearly all power plants, chemical plants, most industrial environments these days use computers. They use them in their control systems. More specifically, they're called distributed control systems, or DCS, which basically comprises of computers that are networked together to allow the operators to operate the plant. Say they want to fill a tank, or they want to start a pump, they want to close a valve. All this is done with computers. So that in itself presents an inherent danger with the way cyber attackers like to attack places these days. So how do we fix that? Well, we fix that by practicing better cyber security measures. One of the best things we can do is change our passwords. Keep the passwords changed so that an old employee can't hack into the system, or someone that oversees a password can't get into the system. I think most everyone's heard of the virus called Stuxnet. Basically, it was a virus that infiltrated the Iranian nuclear centrifuge plant, and basically it got in and overspun the centrifuges, which damaged the equipment and basically left the plant crippled so that it couldn't create more nuclear material for warheads. A couple of the things that you can do to prevent things like that would be to actually create a demilitarized zone. A demilitarized zone, or DMZ, basically separates out the outside internet, basically, or here, the outside internet from the internal network. So basically you have a firewall that blocks out, incoming traffic from the internet, and you have this basically demilitarized zone, is what we call it, that's safe. You have another firewall for the internal network that basically stops things from going in. It can pass things through, it gets analyzed here, and then maybe come back out to the internet. That's one way of protecting it. Another way is to actually use USB locks. So if you actually take this guy and put it into a USB key, a USB slot, and actually lock it down so that only certain people that have the keys, these type of keys, can pull it out and actually insert a USB device. USB devices are the most common way to infiltrate a control system or any type of computer system. The Stuxnet virus was actually created from a guy that installed a virus on a USB key and left it laying near a computer that was attached to the control system. So naturally, someone picked it up, stuck it into the computer, and from there it had access to the entire network, which was actually able to go in and destroy the entire system. It's simple. Most people think that they can just avoid worrying about any of these types of things just because they have an antivirus on their system. And for most people that's okay. You just completely depend on your antivirus system. Well, in an industrial environment, you can't completely depend on that. You have to take extra precautions. One thing that you have to do is, if you have a USB memory stick, a USB drive, you have to scan it from an outside source with an updated antivirus, with updated definitions, to try to determine whether it's malicious or not. And then once, and only if it's been declared safe, then you can put it in and use it on the internal network. That's the only way you can stay safe from common things like USB malicious viruses. So in closing, the best way to prevent cyber attacks is to basically, be cautious, never get complacent, scan your USB drives, create some type of demilitarized zone to isolate your network from the outside environment to protect hackers from infiltrating your system. Thank you.